After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Hurts 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And just on Wednesday, he was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that over 100-yard performance he had last week.
Deservedly so, and I enjoyed our time with him and asked him how he got it done. What did he see? And he said film study, watching what the defenses were going to present, understanding how to defeat those. And then he was a step ahead because he said, then they're going to change up and counter another way. And he beat them that way, too.
That's the end of the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Right back to Sanders on first down. Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of 16.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second
down. Here's Jalen Hurts. Left side here to Sanders.
Hurts.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his second year with the Niners. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A convert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 21, Eagles 3. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And this.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
21, Eagles 10. Jake Elliott to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
He was brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
7-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Kaepernick now on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Brandon Ayuk.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Jenkins on the cover.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, it's Sanders, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Alexander.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Eagles.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The keeper.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught by Jackson. Room here to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball carrier.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man is Samuel, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Gets this one left side to Pettis.
That's good.
And he gets it down to the 32.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Oh, Earl Thomas coming up from that safety spot to make sure he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this time he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
9-yard line.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Hurts the best running quarterback in this year's crop of rookies. He's got a 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teeing moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 45-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? You're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, so good they had to name him twice, and he gets a sack.
3rd and long.
Here's Hurts to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
1-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running the counter with Mostert. Jalen Mills in on the stop. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Here's Kaepernick. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.